We've received data from a supermarket and we want to use it for our analysis. We have 3 different data sets. The first one, we have different products. It's salads, cakes, and different teas they sell. We have the month of the year. We also have the location. They have 2 main locations, Paris and Ottawa, and here we have the price of the product. Now, for this first data set, we are going to try to use it to answer the following questions. We will look at the percentage of revenue from each store, given that we have 2 locations. We are going to look at the percentage of revenue that occurs each month, given that we have the different months of sales. Here we are also going to look at the amount of revenue generated by each of the products we have here. And finally, for this data set, we want to look at the group of products that generate 80% of the revenue. Now, for the second data set, we basically have we have the date, we have the days of the week, and we have the different types of pizza which are sold, and we also have to check if promotion has an impact or not. Now, what are the questions we want to answer with this second data set? So we want to check, first of all, if the day of the week has an impact on the sales of the pizza. We also want to, on the average sales, so the average revenue. This is not sales revenue, this should be average. Then the second thing we want to look at from the second data set is to find out if the season or the month of the year has an impact on the average revenue from the products. Then we will look at if average revenue increases over time. So that is from one year to another. And finally, we are going to find out if it is worth investing money in promoting the products. Then we will move on to the third data set, which has to do with data of those who come and buy from the store. So you have the gender. Basically, they have just 2 categories, male and female. We have the location of those who come to buy. There are 3 main categories. You have those who live in the outskirts, you have uptown, and you have downtown, and you have the age of the buyers, and finally you have the income. Now this is in thousands of dollars, which simply means you are talking of 77.04 multiplied by 1,000. Now, what questions are we going to answer from this data set? We want to find out if demographics affect average revenue. When we talk of demographics, we are looking at the different age categories. We also want to find out if gender affects average revenue. We also want to look at the impact of income on the average revenue. And finally, we want to look at if the location of someone affects the revenue the stores get. Now, as we go over it, we are going to try to interpret whatever results we have, and you will see how you can use Excel to extract insight from data.